So this is me, Alex Crossland, age 17, riding my superbike. I'm joking, it's a 125, but anyway, this is my 10 stone journey. Let's start things off with a timeline. Let's start from when I was 13 all the way up till when I was 19. As you can see, at 13 I like to do things extreme, so I thought it'd be a good idea to try and learn how to snowboard. Things didn't really get too good at snowboarding, I fell off a lot and I kind of picked it up. But at 14 I found a love in scootering.
Hi, I'm Alex Crossland and today I'm going to show you how to 180 fake it.
A lot easier than snowboarding, but still I hurt myself a lot. I was very clumsy. Then at 15 I kind of gave it all in and tried to find a fashion sense. As you can see, I don't know what I found, but I don't think it was a fashion sense. Then at 16, as you can see, my face has altered from when I was 15. What's happened? I look a bit more puffy. This is when I started to put my weight on from being 16. So as you can see there, my face is a bit chubbier. And then when we get to 17, my face is even more chubby. I've started to collect weight on, but started to become very conscious at the same time. And then 18. This is where it seriously started to get bad. As you can see, I'm laying up against a bar with a drink in my hand. Moving on, 19. This is where I changed my life. I'm out there, that's a photo of me and my brother. And I owe a lot to him. This is what I look like. I wasn't happy with this. I was going to change this. So let's look into the years of 18 and 19. What happened? What changed? Why did I lose all this weight? Well, I went on holiday with a big inspiration of mine, my brother. He took me away with two of his friends and we went to Amsterdam for the weekend. And along with that weekend, I kind of realised something. If I want to do something, I can do it. I looked up to these guys I was with and I'm like, you're all successful, what's the secret? Come on, tell me, what have you guys done? And they were just all themselves. That is the key, they was just themselves. And if they wanted to do something, they did it. And you know what? I wanted to lose weight, so why aren't I doing it? So let's join the gym. As you can see, my first progress picture in the month number 2. I've got my top off, you can see I'm quite chubby, I've got quite a lot of weight on me. And this was a month after me being my biggest, so this is with a month of weight loss. I was still big, still chubby, and I still wanted to change. Then we'll move on to the 3rd and the 4th month. There's a little change, not a lot. I wasn't quite happy with myself, I got annoyed, and I had a big cheat day, I had a big blowout. I remember this one.
Could I have a double sausage egg McMuffin meal, please? Breakfast wrap, a sausage and egg bagel meal, please.
It really set me back, I felt, but in terms it didn't, because now I know that it did nothing but probably made me realise the work I'd put in and do I really want to wreck it? And no, I didn't. So moving on to the 5th month, I've got my diet in town, so I've lost a bit of weight. As you can see from my first progress picture to the 5th month, I've lost a bit of weight. I was happy with this. And then to the 6th month, this was a photo of me trying to spar with one of my friends who was training for the military at the time. And this helped me a lot, training with him. He showed me quite a lot of exercises, taught me a thing or two about fitness, and just helped motivate me along the way. I owe a lot to him as well. And then the next one is YouTube. I owe a lot of my success to YouTube. I paid somebody for a diet plan in the beginning, and I received no support from it, and I felt a bit, oh right, so that's it, I'm on my own. I didn't know what I was doing, so I learned all my diet stuff off YouTube. Everything I know about fitness, you can find on YouTube. So for me, this is where I discovered YouTube fitness, and I started wanting to create myself, so I did create. And I started making my first ever video, so if you look back at the channel, you'll be able to see my first ever video. And this is 6 months into my journey. Anyway, moving on from YouTube. Number 7, you can see I've got a beer in my hand. This was a great night out and I had such a good time. But for diet, this was probably a low point. Low point in diet, but not a low point in life, because it was such a good night. I had an amazing night out, and you've got to be able to Take the rough with the smooth, nobody can do anything, but don't enjoy 100% of the time for the rest of their life because there's no point in living. You've got to be able to let yourself go and enjoy your life. And for me, this was just one of those times. So I put this in to let everybody know that I wasn't a saint. I haven't done one of these magical transformations that I never slip up. Of course you slip up. I did anyway. And I don't, if you're perfect, you're perfect. But for me, I wasn't. This is just me on one of my nights out and I had a slip up. The 8th month. This is where things started to get serious. I'd say this is where I stopped going out, drinking especially. I still had the cheat meals and still tried to enjoy myself, but this is where I'd got my head screwed on. I knew what I'd wanted, when I wanted it. So I thought, right, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to make every living moment about fitness and trying to lose this weight. And it worked. As you can see in the 9th month. If we look from the 9th to the 1st, what a difference. I don't even recognise myself. Then we moved to the 10th month. I went to Body Power. I learned a lot about fitness and I got a lot of freebies. It was a good day. And then we moved to the 11th month. As you can see here, I'm looking a lot leaner. I'm a lot happier. And I enjoyed a holiday. We went to Centre Parks. I had a week off training, a week off dieting, everything. And I had a great time. And this is where I was. As you can see in the photo, or maybe you can't see in the photo, I'd got the beginnings of a 6-pack. I was really happy with myself, I was really happy with my progress. I'm just a bit taken back, I'm looking at these photos now and I can see the difference from the 1st to the 12th month, and I've never really, apart from filming this, I've never really sat down and looked at it. I don't know what I did to myself, and I regret everybody I was horrible to. And everybody I was just probably in a bad place in my life. And I'm glad it changed, and I have changed. I'm a completely different person to when I was then. I'm a much happier person, I'm a much healthier person, and I owe a lot of it to fitness. And yeah, I'm really glad I did this year. I spent a lot of time talking about it and not a lot of time doing it, and I'm happy I did it.